Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning, class. Miss Mehwish here, the chemistry lecturer of O-levels and A-levels. Our course code is KM5070. So, class, the topic is electrolysis. This topic is very interesting as well as very important for the chemistry point of view. First of all, what is the content which we will discuss today? The content consists of introduction, components of electrolytic cell, preview of electrolytic cell, the working principle, and then at the last we will discuss the important questions which are very important for chemistry point of view. So, class, electrolysis. It consists of two key words, electro and lysis. Electro means electrons and lysis means breakdown. So, breakdown of any compound by the passage of electricity is called electrolysis. Means the breakdown of or decomposition of any compound in the molten state or in ionic state, in aqueous state, in the presence of electricity is called electrolysis. I'm repeating again, in the simplest words, the decomposition of any molten or ionic compound in the presence of electricity is called electrolysis. The breakdown of any compound in the presence of electricity is called electrolysis. Next is, what are electrolytes? The main component of electrolytic cell is electrolyte. An electrolyte is a compound which can conduct electricity in molten or in aqueous state. There are two categories of electrolytes. Very first is strong electrolytes and the second one is weak electrolytes. Strong electrolytes are completely ionized. They can get ionized. They can split themselves into ions completely. The most common example is strong acid and strong bases. HCl is a strong acid, that is hydrochloric acid. Sodium hydroxide is a strong base. So sodium hydroxide and hydrochloric acid both are falling in the category of strong electrolytes. Very next is weak electrolytes. What are the weak electrolytes? Why they are called weak electrolytes? What is the meaning of the term weak? Weak means they are incompletely or partially ionized. Very common example is weak acids, weak bases. Acetic acid is a weak acid and ammonia is a weak base. So both of these compounds will fall in the category of weak electrolytes. So class, what we have learned regarding electrolytes is there are two types of electrolytes. Strong electrolytes, weak electrolytes. Strong electrolytes are completely ionized while weak electrolytes are partially ionized. Next, look at the diagram. The diagram consists of a negative cathode, negatively charged cathode, positively charged anode. Then there are two arrows. One of the arrows is moving from right to left. This arrow clearly demonstrates the direction of current or the direction of electricity. Very next arrow is the downward arrow. That is directing from left to right. It clearly shows the direction of electrons. So all in all, electrolytic cell consists of a beaker filling with the blue solution. This blue solution clearly shows electrolyte solution. And these two pinkish electrodes clearly shows two types of electrodes, anode and cathode. Cathode was negative while anode was positive. Then there is a connectivity of wires which are being connected with the cell or battery, which have two junctions, positive and negative junction. So all in all class, what we have learned in the electrolytic cell simplified diagram, that it consists of a beaker having electrolytic solution or electrolyte solution, then two electrodes and a battery connector. Next is very important. What is electrolytic cell? Electrolytic cell is a medium in which we perform electrolysis by using three basic components: electrodes and electrolyte. Third one is battery. I'm repeating again, the three main components of electrolytic cell: electrodes, electrolyte and battery. We have already discussed all about the concept of electrolytes in the previous section, while we will discuss about battery and electrodes now. What are electrodes? Metallic materials which are used to conduct electricity as a source of medium to flow electrons from one medium to the another medium. There are two types of electrodes, anode and cathode. Anode carry positive charge. A stands for a anode, which carry positive charge. Negatively charged ions in the electrolyte solution will move towards the anode. And always remember one thing, oxidation always takes place at anode. Oxidation is basically the loss of electrons. So class, what we have learned, what is the function of electrode? Anode. What is the function of anode? The function of anode is to perform oxidation, to perform loss of electrons. It carry positive charge and always negatively charged ions will attract towards the anode, as we have learned from our previous classes that opposite charges always attract. If anode carry positive charge, then definitely negatively charged ions will move towards the anode. So the concept is anode is positive, negatively charged ions will move towards anode, and hence oxidation takes place. Right, class? Let's move towards the discussion of cathode. It is totally opposite to the anode. Cathode carry negative charge. Cathode carry negative charge. Reduction takes place at cathode. Now the new term is being introduced over here. What is the meaning of the term reduction? Reduction means gain of electrons. So electrons will gain at cathode and positively charged ions will move towards cathode. Why? Because cathode carry negative charge. Then obviously, according to the rules, if it is negatively charged, it have ability to attract positively charged species towards itself. So that's why cathode carry negative charge, positively charged ion will move towards the cathode, and hence reduction takes place at cathode. Reduction is gain of electron. So class, let me share the simplified concept. So the simplified concept is CAT, cat, as cat is a pet animal, right? But we know that once it gets weird, it can give a very negative action over the human beings or anyone else. So remember that thing, cathode is negative. Make a simile of cathode with the cat. That cat is negative, then cathode is negative. Then the opposite of cathode is anode. So obviously if cat or cathode is negative, anode would be positive. What are the steps of electrolysis or the working principle of electrolysis? First of all, electricity will passes through the molten solution of electrolyte. What I said, electricity will passes through the molten solution of electrolyte. Then two types of ion will produce. Cations, which carry positive charge. Anions, which carry negative charge. Cations and anions will form a solution. That solution is called electrolyte solution. Then oxidation reduction will take place. Oxidation is the loss of electrons. Reduction is the gain of electrons. Positively charged ions will move towards cathode and hence gain electrons or reduction takes place. Positively charged ions will move towards cathode. Cathode is negatively charged or electrons reach electrode, so it will give electrons to the positively charged ions. On the other hand, negatively charged ions or anions will move towards the anode and hence they lose their electrons. Oxidation takes place. Negatively charged ions will move towards the anode and ode. In the last step, molten compounds will decompose in the presence of electricity and hence they form a complete circuit of electricity and current will flow. क्लास एक दफ़ा हम ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग कर लेते हैं कि अभी तक हमने क्या पढ़ा, सो दैट फर्दर जब हमने नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस को डिस्कस करना है, उसके डिफरेंट एप्लीकेशंस को, तो हमें पिछले कॉन्सेप्ट्स अच्छे से क्लियर हो जाए. वेरी फर्स्ट वॉज व्हाट इज़ इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस. इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस क्या है? इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को यूज़ करके किसी भी कंपाउंड को डिकम्पोज करना. किसी भी कंपाउंड को उसकी मॉल्टन स्टेट में डिकम्पोज करके आयोनाइज कर देना इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, इसको इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस कहते हैं. इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस के लिए हमें 3 चीज़ें रिक्वायर थी. इलेक्ट्रोलाइट का होना ज़रूरी है, उसके बाद हमारे पास बैटरी होनी चाहिए, बैटरी के बाद हमारे पास क्या होना चाहिए? इलेक्ट्रोड. इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स में हमने पढ़ा कि इसमें 2 कैटेगरीज होती हैं, एक स्ट्रॉन्ग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स होते हैं, वीक इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स होते हैं. अब स्ट्रॉन्ग को स्ट्रॉन्ग क्यों कहते हैं और वीक को वीक क्यों कहते हैं? स्ट्रॉन्ग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स को स्ट्रॉन्ग इसलिए कहते हैं क्योंकि स्ट्रॉन्ग इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स कम्प्लीटली आयोनाइज हो जाते हैं. और इसमें मोस्टली याद रखें, जितने भी स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड्स और स्ट्रॉन्ग बेसिस हैं वो इस कैटेगरी में आती हैं. वीक इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स वो हैं जो पार्शली आयोनाइज होते हैं. तो इस कैटेगरी में कौन आएगा फिर? वीक एसिड्स और वीक बेसिस. अब एक थर्ड कैटेगरी भी होती है जिसको यहाँ पे डिस्कस करने की ज़रूरत नहीं, लेकिन आपने जनरल नॉलेज पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से याद रखना है केमिस्ट्री में कि नॉन इलेक्ट्रोलाइट कौन से कंपाउंड्स होते हैं. जितने भी ऑर्गेनिक सॉल्वेंट्स हैं जो वाटर में सॉल्युबल नहीं होते, दे आर ऑल नॉन इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स. उसके बाद हमने पढ़ा व्हाट आर द 2 टाइप्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोड्स. मेटालिक मटेरियल होता है, सॉलिड सेल्स की फॉर्म में होता है ये मटेरियल, ठीक है. इसकी 2 टाइप्स हैं, कैथोड और एनोड. कैथोड पे नेगेटिव चार्ज होता है और रिडक्शन यहाँ पे होती है, गेन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. एनोड पे पॉजिटिव चार्ज होता है और हमेशा ऑक्सीडेशन एनोड पे होती है. तीसरा मेन कंपोनेंट था बैटरी. बैटरी हम कोई से 2 सेल्स को कंबाइन करके भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं, 2 से ज़्यादा सेल्स को कंबाइन करके भी यूज़ कर सकते हैं, एंड सो ऑन. उसके बाद एट द एंड मैंने आपको एक पिक्चर प्रीव्यू दिखाया है इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक सेल का. इलेक्ट्रोलाइटिक सेल एक्चुअली क्या शो कर रहा है? वही तो पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिवली चार्ज इलेक्ट्रोड्स हैं, ठीक है. इन दोनों इलेक्ट्रोड्स को कनेक्ट किया हुआ है ब्लैक कलर की वायर्स के साथ. उन वायर्स के साथ हमने कनेक्ट किया हुआ है बैटरी सोर्स. 2 एरोज हैं, एक एरो अपर सेक्शन में है, एक डाउनवर्ड सेक्शन में. अपर सेक्शन वाली एरो किसको रिप्रेजेंट कर रही है? कि इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कंडक्ट हो रही है, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी फ्लो हो रही है. एट द एंड हमने वर्किंग प्रिंसिपल पढ़ा. वर्किंग प्रिंसिपल हमें क्या बताता है या हमने क्या सीखा वर्किंग प्रिंसिपल से? कि जब हम इलेक्ट्रिसिटी पास करेंगे किसी भी कंपाउंड के मॉल्टन सॉल्यूशन से तो उसके आयंस बनेंगे, आयोनाइज हो जाएगा वो. 2 आयंस होते हैं, हमेशा याद रखें. एक कैटायन होता है पॉजिटिवली चार्ज, एनायन होता है नेगेटिवली चार्ज. पॉजिटिवली चार्ज कैटायंस हमेशा किस तरफ मूव करते हैं? कैथोड की तरफ. और नेगेटिवली चार्ज आयंस हमेशा एनोड की तरफ मूव करते हैं. इस तरह से मोल्टन कंपाउंड डिकम्पोज हो जाता है इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की प्रेजेंस में. नेक्स्ट द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप, क्वेश्चंस. व्हाट आर द क्वेश्चंस which we can expect that they may be the part of the incoming Cambridge papers? What are the 2 types of electrodes and how redox reaction takes place during electrolysis? Fourth, these 2 questions are the most important questions for Cambridge point of view. Very next is draw the labeled diagram of an electrolytic cell. Electrolytes can conduct electricity. How? How we can draw the label diagram of an electrolytic cell? In the slide 6, I already explained all about the electrolytic cell, its components, and the function of its components. How electrolytes can conduct electricity in slide number 5, I already discussed. Now, class, it's your task to answer all these given questions on a raw paper and then take the picture of those papers and send it to me on my WhatsApp number. At the end, how you can contact me regarding any query. You can text me from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on my given WhatsApp number, or you can join the Olevels group, that is all about the chemistry discussion group on WhatsApp. That was all about today. If you have any query, you can do contact to me. Thank you.